Codes are a huge part of Roblox games, and they're especially a huge part of Roblox Arsenal. The Roblox Arsenal developers like to release codes sometimes with some funny, unusual effects or some cool skins that you can't really get anywhere else unless you use this code, and usually they are limited, so they bring limited edition things to the game. Now the thing is though, I get that codes are cool and they can be exciting and they can give you some really cool items that nobody else has, but at the same time, people kind of turn into psychopaths over them. I've noticed this especially recently in the Arsenal community. About a couple months ago, I really started noticing this when I was doing my ACT tournament stream for charity, and the Arsenal devs actually gave me a code and a skin to go along with it, and it was known that I was going to be revealing the code on stream. Now, for about the first half of the stream or so, we had about 20,000 people watching. I was really excited because we had so many people watching. I thought we had some really good opportunities to get some donations from people and, you know, really get this charity stream going and reach our goal. We did reach our goal. However, the 20,000 people watching, more than half of them were there only for the code. They didn't care about the stream. They didn't care about the charity event going on. All they wanted was the code that I was going to be announcing. So as soon as I actually announced the code, my stream viewers dropped from around 20,000 to about 10,000 to 9,000 viewers and slowly decreased throughout the rest of the stream. So over half of the viewers on my stream were only there for an Arsenal code that gives you a skin. And they did not even care at all about the charity event going on, which I think is kind of insane. Now I get most of the Arsenal community and Roblox community are kids, so they don't really understand, but it does suck seeing this still and seeing how people are like this. About a month ago, Mighty did a challenge on his Twitter, and he said the most liked reply to his tweet would get to pick their own Arsenal skin and unusual effect. Now, I decided to reply to this, see if I could be the winner to get the code because I wanted to, you know, maybe get a cool skin that people would like and do a video on it. Now, the twist was that the code that Mighty was going to give out, it was going to be whatever skin you wanted and whatever unusual effect you wanted, but it was only going to have 150 copies, which was okay with me because if I was able to pick a really rare skin, I wouldn't want to ruin the rarity of a skin or an unusual effect. So I was like, okay, whatever. Anyways, I ended up winning his little competition. Before I even won, though, I started noticing that people were starting to tweet me and say, hey, Bandites, where's the code? Did you post the code yet? What skin did you pick? And all this stuff. And I didn't even win yet. Mighty didn't even announce that I was the winner of the competition or anything. I didn't even know that I won quite yet. Mighty also released a couple of other codes around this time before my code was even given out. When the code he released came out and people were disappointed saying the skin and unusual effect that it was, people started adding me and saying, why did you choose this skin? Why did you do all this? And I didn't even pick my skin yet. I didn't even win the competition quite yet. Anyways, I finally tweeted some people and told them, hey, I don't even have this code yet. And some of them backed off. Some people kept being stupid and adding me and asking, but most people backed off, so it was okay. Then later, I posted this tweet saying, people yelling at me to give away the code thing that I won, but I don't even have it yet. Chill, bros. Go get a BTS meal, because I think, you know, some people really need that BTS meal. However, if you scroll through the comments, you're gonna see some interesting people and questions, and it's just a lot of stupid stuff. So again, remember that I said I didn't have the code yet. So we have this person who says, please code, please, please, please. Hopefully this was just a troll one though, and they didn't actually care. We also have, give me code. And someone saying, I've been sitting on the code menu for 2 hours. So people were sitting here also waiting, and some people even waited overnight before I even had the code and sat there staying up all night for me to reveal it when I even said I didn't have it yet. Now anyways, Mighty, you know, told me that I would be able to pick whatever skin and unusual effect. It turns out that I wasn't allowed to, and that he didn't really go over this idea with the team yet. So he had to pretty much just pick the skin and unusual for me. But I did mention that it wasn't going to be anything like a dev skin, a promo skin, or anything else like that. Even though I literally just said, you know, no dev skins were allowed and stuff like that, there's still people commenting to, you know, make it a dev skin or something that I wasn't able to give. So this person made a list of stuff, and the last one that they posted was the Ronaldo soccer skin, which is an exclusive skin to one person who I think is a dev in the game. Eventually, I ended up posting this because Mighty told me that the code was going to take a couple days to be added into the game, since around that time there's already a lot of codes being added. So even though, you know, he said this and this kind of confirmed that, hey, you know, there's not going to be a code for a couple days now, whatever. Before this, I was still saying I'm still waiting on Mighty's response, and I was still telling people that, hey, I don't even have the code in my hands yet. But there are some people under the comments, like this person, who said, why? I wasted like 4 hours, even though I said I didn't have it yet. And then this person just made the assumption that lies, the code said it doesn't exist when there literally wasn't a code added in the game yet. So I don't know what this person meant by this. After a couple days passed, I finally got the code and I made a video on it, and I actually posted a tweet saying, alright guys, the code's dropping in 1 minute, and I expect a ton of people to be mad and upset at me even though this whole thing wasn't in my control. I kept updating people on what I knew because, again, this whole event just wasn't in my control, so I kept updating people on what I knew about it, you know, preparing people to get ready for the code, and it was supposed to be a 150 drop code, so either way, I know people were going to be upset because there's not going to be enough uses for it, and there was like 20,000 something people waiting for this code. No matter what, people were going to walk away angry, and it was going to be my fault. But anyways, I posted this, and then the video dropped, and all of a sudden, people started flooding into this tweet and replying to it, like this. Bro, you pranked us for real. You ruined my day. And one streamer streamed 24 hours for the code. Again, I told people when the code was expected. I put out all these, you know, announcements and things. I guess people were upset because I made the code hard to find. You gotta actually watch the video to find it. I didn't want it to just be like, oh, watch the video. Here it is at a timestamp. Boom. I wanted it to be difficult because it was gonna be a rare skin. And then we have people like this. It's fake. It's literally fake. And then there was no code. I watched over and over. Where's the code? Where is it? Like, I just kept getting comments like this. Like, I made it difficult, and I even explained it in my video. If you actually watch the video, I explained in the beginning that I hid parts of the code throughout the video. So if you actually watched the video, you would have known, but people jumped into the video expecting me to just have it posted right there for them to get it. And then they got upset at me and said I was lying, even though they just didn't watch the video. So it turns out that the code wasn't capped at 150. I think that ended up being like 1,500 uses or something like that. So a lot of people ended up able to actually get it. But, you know, once the code was found, I posted this tweet saying, you know, here's the code, guys, and here's where I hid the code in the video. And then I started scrolling through the comments, and a lot of people were actually, like, kind of happy about this. There were a few people that were upset, but there's still some people that were like, oh, yay, I got the code, yay, and everyone was happy about it, whatever. But I just know that if the code was 150 copies, the people that were happy about getting it would have probably replied to my tweets upset and angry, saying,
So why didn't I get the code? I waited 24 hours of my life to get this code. I sat here. I haven't ate and drank for days. I just wanted this code.
Even though it was 150 codes and thousands of people were waiting for it, I would have gotten the blame for it, which would have sucked. So anyways, this whole thing blew over eventually. You know, people were happy. Most people were happy that they got the code. Some people were still upset. Whatever, you know, it's not my fault if you didn't get the code. But, you know, other stuff starts happening where I post random tweets all the time. And for example, I posted Awa Awa on my Twitter, and this is a meme. This is like a big meme that people joke around about all the time. And, you know, some people I think were just memeing, but some people I think were really serious about this. You know, you scroll through the replies and you have people asking, code? Code? I'm like, what? Bro, this is a meme. And then even people tried it. This person said, not a code. Already tried it. I never said it was a code. I just meme on my Twitter. The other thing I did was I posted another tweet just to kind of joke around and see what people would say. I said, Arsenal code 2022 working, crawling in my skin, which crawling in my skin, this is a Linkin Park song, which has also been a big meme. And I said 2022. And I thought this should be straight up obvious that this was just a sarcastic, funny, stupid joke, but apparently it wasn't. Because then you go through the comments and there's some people still thinking it's real. It did not work for me. Lol. Is that fake? I don't know why this would be questioned. I thought it was obvious enough. Code doesn't exist. Apparently, too, there's people that were like, oh, okay, he said 2022. So, guys, the code won't work yet until 2022. Like, bro, why would there be a code that randomly activates in 2022 that's a Linkin Park song? Like, a lot of people made videos over it, you know, saying, like, Bandites slide. And I know a lot of the videos were just jokes, but I think some people were actually, like, upset at me over it. Like, it was a joke, dude. Anyways, people are just insane over codes, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. I get they're cool and they're fun little things. You get some cool stuff from them, but people are just a little too crazy over them. Here's something for you guys waiting for codes or waiting for me to even drop a code in this video, but Crystal posted this saying, none of the summer update characters are going to be codes. There is no codes for summer. There's no codes currently planned and likely won't be for months. I don't know why this is, if this is because they're just busy working on other stuff, or if they're just tired of the people crying about codes all the time, but yeah, guys, there's not going to be any codes for months, so stop asking. But anyways, I just wanted to make this video. It was kind of a rant video, and, you know, I don't get why people like codes so much. So if you're one of these people, chill out a little bit, go get your BTS meal, and drop a like on this video for a new Arsenal code.